Our planet boasts a vast array of breathtaking landscapes, from the stunning fjords of Norway to the towering mountains of Canada. The beauty of Earth surpasses what many people ever fully appreciate. However, some landscapes stand out as particularly enigmatic. Whether formed by natural forces or something more mysterious, they are unlike anything else on Earth. If you encountered them, you might think they were straight out of a science fiction movie, but they're not. They're real, and they're stunning. These are the 15 most mysterious landforms on Earth. The 12 Apostles in Australia. The 12 Apostles are a stunning group of limestone pillars standing proudly along Australia's Great Ocean Road, rising out of the Southern Ocean. These natural formations are shrouded in mystery, both in their origins and their continual evolution. Reaching heights of up to 164 feet, 50 meters, these rock columns weren't always isolated from the land. Over millions of years, the relentless forces of ocean waves and harsh winds gradually eroded the softer limestone, first forming caves, then arches, and eventually leaving behind these towering stacks. Though they are called the 12 Apostles, there were never actually 12 rocks. Initially, only 9 were present, and after one collapsed in 2005, just 8 remain. The erosion continues, reshaping the landscape, ensuring that these formations won't last forever. From a human viewpoint, the pillars seem solid and eternal, yet the constant power of nature is always at work, creating an air of mystery. The appearance of the stacks shifts dramatically with the time of day. At dawn and dusk, they glow in warm gold and orange hues, while in stormy conditions, the area transforms into a wild and treacherous scene, with waves crashing against the rocks and mist swirling around them. Isla Bermea, Mexico. Modern satellite technology has given us accurate maps of Earth, but before that, explorers and sailors were responsible for charting the world. This sometimes led to errors, such as the belief in non-existent islands. One example is El Isla Bermea, an island once thought to be off Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula. It appeared on maps for centuries, about 100 nautical miles from the coast. However, despite modern searches with advanced tools, no trace of it has been found. The island became especially significant in the late 20th century during Mexico-US border negotiations, as it could have affected territorial waters and oil rights. Some theories suggest it may have eroded or sunk due to rising sea levels, while others believe it was a mistake or a ghost island created by inaccurate maps. The disappearance still sparks theories, including the idea that the U.S. intentionally destroyed it to weaken Mexico's claims. Mount Kaos in Tibet. Mount Kyash, in the remote Tibetan region, is one of the world's most sacred mountains. At 21,000 feet, 6,600 meters, it holds spiritual significance for Jainism, Hinduism, and Bon. Located at the junction of 4 major rivers, the Indus, Brahmaputra, Sutlej, and Karnali, Kyash is seen as the region's spiritual heart. What makes it unique is that no one has ever climbed it. Despite its moderate height, its sacred status makes it off-limits to climbers. The Chinese government bans ascents, and local guides refuse to lead expeditions. According to legend, climbing Kyash brings severe consequences. Revered as a divine place for gods, its summit remains untouched and shrouded in mystery. The Mount Erebus Ice Towers in Antarctica. Antarctica, with its extreme cold and harsh conditions, remains one of Earth's least explored regions. However, it's home to extraordinary features, such as the ice towers on Mount Erebus. Situated near the summit of the southernmost active volcano on Ross Island, these ice formations appear almost alien. Mount Erebus has been active for years, with a persistent lava lake in its crater. This geothermal activity creates the ice towers, which form when hot volcanic gases escape through cracks in the ice. The steam cools rapidly in the frigid air, freezing into towering spires that can reach 60 feet, 18 meters. These towers are constantly evolving as steam is released and new ice forms. The brilliant white ice contrasts with the dark volcanic rock, and the eerie blue glow inside the towers adds to their mystique. Researchers have even found extremophiles, organisms living in the harsh conditions of the volcano's cracks, raising intriguing possibilities for life on other planets. Despite the dangers, those who have ventured near describe the scene as surreal, with the combination of freezing temperatures, volcanic steam, and striking ice creating a sense of awe. Hokkardalur geothermal field in Iceland. Iceland's dramatic landscapes and intense geothermal activity showcase the Earth's raw power. One of the most fascinating spots is the Hokkardalur geothermal field, along the Golden Circle route, known for its spectacular hot springs and geysers. Stroer erupts regularly, sending boiling water into the air. The most famous geyser, gave its name to all others worldwide. Though mostly dormant today, it once erupted up to 230 feet, 70 meters high, with unpredictable eruptions triggered by earthquakes. Despite research, scientists still don't fully understand what causes these eruptions, making the field a source of intrigue. The area also features boiling mud pools and steaming vents, creating an otherworldly landscape. Icelandic folklore adds to the mystery, suggesting that elves and spirits hidden in the land might hold the secrets to the geothermal power shaping the region. The Dania landform in China. Iceland's dramatic landscapes and geothermal activity showcase the Earth's raw power. One of the most captivating spots is the Hokkardalur geothermal field along the Golden Circle. Home to stunning hot springs and geysers, this area features Stroer, which erupts regularly, blasting boiling water into the sky. The most famous geyser, gave its name to all other geysers. Although mostly dormant today, geyser once erupted with immense force, sending water up to 230 feet, 70 meters high. Its unpredictable eruptions, often triggered by earthquakes, remain a mystery despite research. The field also boasts boiling mud pools and steaming vents, creating an alien-like landscape. Icelandic folklore ties the geothermal fields to hidden folk, elves, and spirits, who are believed to hold the secrets of this powerful land. Mount Thor in Canada. Mount Thor, located on Baffin Island in Nunavut, Canada, is renowned for having the world's greatest vertical drop. Its western face plunges nearly 4,100 feet, 1,250 meters, the steepest of any mountain on Earth. Standing at 5,495 feet, 1,675 meters, the mountain's almost vertical cliff face tilts at a 105 degrees angle, making it a formidable challenge for climbers. Despite its modest height compared to Everest, Mount Thor's extreme weather and isolated location in the Arctic wilderness make it one of the toughest climbs. Temperatures can drop below freezing even in summer, and the mountain's remoteness adds to its mystique. Few climbers have succeeded in reaching the summit since the first ascent in 1985, with the climb being a true test of endurance against nature's forces. Mount Roraima in South America. Mount Roraima, a flat-topped peak at the junction of Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana, rises 9,219 feet, 2,810 meters, above the jungle. It's part of the ancient Guyana Shield, and its isolation for millions of years has given rise to unique ecosystems, including rare species like the carnivorous Roraima pitcher plant. The mountain's flat plateau spans about 12 square miles, 31 kilometers, and is home to endemic plants and animals. Roraima is remarkable for its steep cliffs and otherworldly rock formations, which early explorers mistook for ancient ruins. For the indigenous Peon and Capon tribes, the mountain is sacred, believed to be the stump of a giant tree that once held all the world's food. When the tree was felled, a great flood occurred, and Mount Roraima became the only place to survive. To them, the mountain is not just a geological wonder but a place of spiritual significance. Dead Vliet, Namibia. Dead Vlei, located in Namibia's Namib National Park, is a striking and eerie landscape. This ancient clay pan in the Namib Desert features dead camelthorn trees that have stood for nearly 900 years. Despite their age, the trees haven't decomposed due to the arid conditions that prevent microorganisms from breaking them down, while the harsh sun has charred them. Once a thriving oasis fed by the Shah River, shifting dunes eventually blocked its flow, causing the trees to die. The lack of moisture has preserved them, creating a haunting scene of lifeless trees and cracked clay. The surrounding sand dunes, some of the tallest in the world, rise nearly 1,000 feet and are rich in iron, giving the landscape its distinct color. Dead Vlei's combination of dead trees, barren clay, and towering dunes makes it an otherworldly and mysterious place.